Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling sacrifice, a final plea to her kin. Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind. Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught. Lying empty,
The Misadventures of Kahori Harukawa on twitch.tv/homohomo2093 is brought to you by the Okami Roho Free Company of Coeurl, Mhach, and Inspector That. This is also being simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. The Misadventures is next on homohomo2093. This is designated spoilers free.
Children of the land, answer this. Why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. You're tuned in to the Misadventures of Kahori Harukawa on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, also being simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Bongaboy Pongatoy. I am the gift that keeps on giving. This broadcast is brought to you by the Okami Rojo Free Company of Coeurl. They're the pack that's got your back. And this is a special episode. This is a special HEAVENSWARD episode. This is the Shadow of Mhach, the Alliance raids for Final Fantasy XIV HEAVENSWARD. I'm going to start by giving you a little bit of a backstory leading up to this broadcast. A little over 2 years ago, I was on A REALM REBORN, about to do the Stone Vigil dungeon, when suddenly the jump boost potions arrived that allowed me to catch up on content and be able to do Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood from early access. As it turns out, I ended up skipping on a very good story in HEAVENSWARD, which, believe it or not, if you have experienced the HEAVENSWARD main scenario, you know that everything what you heard about is true. One of the finest stories ever. Of course, Shadowbringers is as good as well, but what about HEAVENSWARD? The story of the battle between the Guardians and the Companions and the Dragon Song War, one of the biggest epic stories ever. And one of those portions of that content for the expansion is the Shadow of Mhach Alliance, the battle against Diablos and Scatha. So we decided, for over 2 years, Kahori ignored the Shadow of Mhach Alliance raids. Never even started interacting with the NPC that unlocked the entire series. It was not until several hours before this broadcast that we decided we'll go ahead and finally get this out of the way so that we have something new to air on this channel. And so, we have made history. Kahori has now completed the Shadow of Mhach Alliance raids and is here to show you what happened in this special episode on the Misadventures. If you like what you see on this broadcast, please be sure to hit the heart button on Twitch, the like button on Facebook, and the subscribe button on YouTube. And since Diablos is our main opponent, we are honoring this episode to the fine people of Diablos World. Diablos World is one of the 8 worlds in the Crystal Data Center. I've actually been on Diablos doing some treasure map hunting and also buying some goods, mainly gliders and maps. So to everybody at Diablos World, you guys are awesome. Keep up the good work, adventuring, and rock on. This broadcast is dedicated to you, so I hope you enjoy it. And so, without further ado, the Okami Rojo Free Company of Coeurl and HomoHomo2093 present to you the Misadventures of Kahori Harukawa in the Shadow of Mhach. And since there is no voiceovers for this series, I will be doing voiceovers for this, so bear with me with my rather suspect narration. And so, here we go. Enjoy. This is the Shadow of Mhach on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, presented to you by the Okami Rojo Free Company of Coeurl, the pack that's got your back. Aid, I say! These villains mean to plunder my cargo!
What have we got here then? Think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well then, you won't mind me mates here during the fall. Make for more heroical tale, won't it? A tale of how 3 sky pirates fed meddling little shite their own bloody eyes. Oh! 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 What the? Oh God! I know that ship. It's. So you're the Scrags has been dragging our good name through the mud. You're Red Lafard! We ain't done naught to you or yours. What do you want with us? I think I made my position pretty clear. A tank on the mantle of Sky Pirate agreed to a certain code of conduct, and codes ain't what watch a fool go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad. We can't have that. No hard feelings, though. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lefard. Thank you. I said my master wish to repay you. Oh, if your employer does business in Ishgard, like knows a merchant or two, or trades from the associates. Shall I have to say is for Lefard, and any reward should be soon enough. As for you, adventurer, tied off with someone beats me to the scene. But then I expect not less from a hero such as yourself, Kahori. Oh, that is who you are, ain't it? I do know too many of the last is one of the marvelous communicators the other one's dreamed of. Oh, then, it seems you saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I've been hoping to have a word with you, you see. I'll put it to you straight. I need someone to help out with a little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. This wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself that it could. But don't even curse just now. I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond the clue. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me standard in the northern reaches of the window. Someone will be wanting there to greet you. I come to you in person and you refuse my offer. Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Rad, about your superior knowledge, it's not all the bone you're getting from me. As I told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lucky. What idea the far? What else do you propose to survive an expedition to the ocean? Would you in my back and not enter recruitments at my back? Well, I fear for my life with your mangy crew at my back. I counted on being moderate and trustworthy bastards to the moon. I thought you clever than this, Red Bill. But no matter. I always get what I want at the end. It's merely a question of money. Well, there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of the fathers of our birds. She's a guest. You understand the concept, don't you? You know, when someone is invited, instead of just burst into the door whenever she damn well pleases. That was Redla, captain of the towns. She knows the Fard's the best sky pirate alive. In fact, she won't join her sticks. Are you gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bull some respect. Patience. When all of this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. Oh, there, hero! Promised you high adventure you shall have, or we plan to board the Sea Clouds' very own goose ship. Or what folk have been calling to on it. Every day for the past few weeks has brought with it a sighting of the self-same vessel, a massive airship of good design that lived on the road. A curious thought, there were a few buccaneers who tried exploring the below decks. But not one of them has been seen since from that trip they've seen. The ship is cursed, well, haunted. Like I said, an honest to God's goose ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Origins. Well, you won't know for sure till we had ourselves a good poke around inside. We'll be ready to whatever ancient treasure she's got molded our way to remove, of course. But before we start dividing up spoils, we've got to find the damn thing. Which is why we've been working on a special new device. Fun'll be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer who ain't afraid to fling herself face first with the jaws of danger. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all. Strip away the fame and glory, and wager you're still adventure at heart. So, what say you, Kahori? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bulls? Then it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. Bugger me. I expected danger, but not a hellspawn and blood and nightmare made blush like that. Didn't stop you in your beats though, did it? That's some crew you got there, and no mistake. Alright then, let's have a look inside that dirty grey coffer type thing. Someone tells me it's filled to the brim with beauty. Whoa! Don't look at me, I never moved a muscle. What in the seven hells is that bastard doing? This way, swiftly now! Swiftly now! This way, swiftly now! Or can anyone else see that token card over there? Bloody hills, this Avengers get a quarter of a minute. So, I don't think we just the friendly buses here. Get your things, ladies, we're leaving! What about the loot? You can't spend it when you're dead. Either follow the fireball or make Christmas. No ticket void bond. Your choice. Damn it, what's an unscrapper? Seems breaking up. Is he trying to bring a doom?
The Voidson is attempting to initiate a dimensional displacement. The gate cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. the Queen's coffin! He takes it beyond our reach!
Well, I don't see much point hanging around here. Let's get back to solid ground.
My tale begins long, long ago in the city of Mhach, which once stood in the hands of Yafang. Now, the sorcerers of Mhach were masters of destructive magics, and they fought that terrible power to bear this important in the War of the Magi. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea. A catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Cessair, was wise enough to foresee.
Wait, colossal flood? You're talking about the 600 calamity.
I suppose you would know it as such. Where was I? Ah, yes. They went under the fate that awaited them. The Magi began to instruction a gargantuan vessel that would bear the people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came called, was entrusted to Cessair. That, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined for outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary. Then how did it come to be so, what happened to all the people and where did all the voids had come from? By what power do you imagine such a massive craft being made aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Magi sorcery were made for one reason and one only: cataclysmic destructive power. And the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of void-sent entities. So the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control. The very heart of the Ark, the Void Magus had entombed the great ruler of Voidsent, Skathak, the Shadow Queen. In order to control potent prisoner, a Mage of Adamant will was required. Being Mhach's preeminent sorcerer, Cessair was deemed best qualified, or otherwise, my master might never have been released from holy prison. Yet, even with Cessair's fearless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, lesser Voidsent awoke, and rampant in the ship. In the end, Cessair and the 53 Void Mages of the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to turn the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict person.
Well, remember me humble heiress, right? The stuff you just described happened more than 1500 years past. Which is a good while by anyone's measure, since everyone seems to have been quite on board your boat till just recently. Something unusual must happen to wake the inmates up. My warden?
One day, a Voidsent had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. First, it grew more than a nuisance that it brushed away. The longer it remained on the ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually, I could not to deal with its power, and it began shattering seal after seal. Ah, but you looked upon the true form of this fiend as he broke the chains holding the Queen's coffin. I can only assume that he's one of Scathach's subjects, intent on bringing about a return.
Well, that explains it. Except for one small detail, namely, where the Queen's coffin went. For all of the ships built, assuming it all just disappeared, right?
You recall the great rift the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The void sim, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wards bending scaffold are dispelled.
Well, to me like an adventure. And who knows what ancient Mhach tradition might stumble on along the way. God knows, it'd make a nice chase for all them elegant tombstones we've been collecting. I will help you. No risking the high risk of the realm, you understand? I'll be down there ready, or that goblin bastard till the freedom escapes from me.
Oh, you careful how you might be inconvenienced. If the Shadow would return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star.
Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I?
Ah!
Before we go rushing off and start the call, no? There's preparations to be made. You might as well get with the usual local employment, Kahori. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again.
Time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship with all its power, and rule the skies from here to the end of the world. Aww. Aww. What troubles you, Mr. Sutata? We were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was caused in no small measure of grief. Mr. Sutata, where are you? Oh, God! Yeah! Oh. My apologies, Ketsu. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just about this desire to be something more meant for me. It's this damn, well, ecto-compass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Radia stole. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the void arc should currently be. I don't understand why you're wrong. I use the same plans, the same parts. Aww. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And are you certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing this bastard thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Kahori?
I don't think the compass is broken.
Yes, I am inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it would seem unlikely that the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the void arc? It all comes down to a theory state here. I discovered that the void arc is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply turned the compass to follow its unique trail. Oh. An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the arc was propelled by the silent energies of void center. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the ether of the entities imprisoned in? That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the ark. Are you implying that we plotted a course based on the readings with the ectocompass we will arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mistress Utada. Assuming my theory is correct, we no longer, outside assistance, pursue our elusive party. Oh, Stasia, what perfect timing! You won't believe the wonderful discovery we just... Huh? Huh? Tell an air system is spotted and return us! If it prevents you looking for, we'd best head back and make ready for them!
Right, Fireball. Let's hear about this artifact the Diablos is looking for.
If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Mhach sorcerers would find the voids at the surface. The more powerful the voids, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. They're only meant to be down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that's why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. Magic can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through.
Now, let me guess.
The match forces the void sent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation to our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to pick such evils and lovely creatures revived by the spirit of being the most careful confound. Thus did the Mhach construct our code device that would more securely bind voids into their will. A safeguard of sorts that, to the best of my knowledge, lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. The voids didn't break its pact in turn, and some of the Mhach could use their outfit's first and very essence, the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. To
I can't see the royals of the void taking to conduct to offer it like that. Source of just as ruthless as the monster they summoned.
When it came to the Court of Mhach, the ends justify the means. We can be certain that Diablo seeks to secure the milestone before it falls into mortal hands and thereby ensure that Sweet Tag will remain unopposed.
Alright, so we know what the fiends are after. I don't understand so such a valuable relic was left behind by the majesty of colossal others in the way.
Its value was the very reason we chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards, protected by deadly guardians. With the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful void sand.
Alright, now that your famous marksman to see the demons only have the wards and the currency to deal with. Thought they'd be wasting their time back down there in the woods. That's some trick to break through the wards. Hi, this has become a race to see who can have the treasure first. It's just a sort of contest a scout pirate lives for.
So we still with the ruins, Coeurl, let's get ready up from right under the fiend's noses.
Well, I suppose we could say for while we're poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass and machete so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me up to London when you're ready to flee. This is the heart of the ruins, eh? You've done a fine job dismantling the defenses, Kahori. I wish we could say we had the same success, but Radia and her talents were nowhere to be found.
Yes, quite distressing, but we must focus on claiming the prize at hand. The Nullstone is ours.
You've led me such an inviting trail of destruction to follow. Well. If it isn't the adventurer I've so longed to dismember. Praise Lord Diablos for this opportunity. I shall gift him your head in gratitude. And speaking of gifts, I brought a present to celebrate our gleeful reunion. This is the lovely lass you've been oh so desperately seeking, isn't it? Unless you wish to see her rent from limb to limb, you will hand over the Nullstone. You think I care about her worthless limbs? That woman's done naught but cause us grief, and I just thought to crow over her grave. Don't give me that look, Radler. What? You thought I was here to save your sorry hide? You've never been aught but an obstacle to me. You remember the first time we met? You were roaring with laughter inside all them mulligan legs until I used your pretty blonde head as a stepping stone. Damn you, you selfish bastard! And damn me when you act any different! I had my woman's, I had no bloody hole in your belly! You've forgotten how awful a shot you are. Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss the side of a cathedral at 10 euros. Silence, you grinning fool! You've ruined my moment and now I'll ruin your smirking face! Oh. Now, puss! Oh, it burns!
This world is not your stage, unholy hurricane. Be gone from our realm.
A clever farce, mortals, but the show is not over. Not until you scream. The bugger got away. I think we'd best do the same. Where's the rest of my crew? Surely there were other survivors. Tell me, Rodlear, what drove you to risk exploring Old Mhach? The compass set you there, aye? But you were after the Void Ark. You knew something, didn't you? I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in the Sea of Clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome. The passages describe the Void Ark and a powerful relic called the Null Stone. A tome scribed by a Mhach sorcerer, mayhap. Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words are muddled by obscuring magics. 1500 years have faded its pages. As much as remains illegible, but the little my darling cutthroats and I could decipher suggests it was written by a mage of exceptional status. Here. See for yourself. The book says it's true. The Ark is a source of immeasurable power. That ship under my command and the mysteries of Mhach in my possession. I thought to crown myself Queen of the Skies. And look how well that turned out. Matter of sky pirate. Matter of queen. Even keep her own crew alive. Really, is it not? Would I be correct in assuming that you seek revenge against the Void Sent who slaughtered your comrades? Of course I want revenge! The hellspawn shaker will kill my crew! If he were here right now, I'd go to his eyes and chuck him into my bare bloody hands!
You are not alone in your desire to bring an end to these abominations, Captain. Will you not join us in our endeavor to secure peace for the skies? Will you not join the Talon's strength to ours? What strength? The way things are right now, doubt I could keep the peace in the monastery. This is not to do with personal grudges either. I just don't have the men. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the tricks that are left are scarce sharp enough to be called talents.
Well, did you leave your spine back in them ruins, brother? You had your wings clipped and no mistake. It's no reason to give it the life. I thought we rescued a sky pirate. Some cur that turns tail when they're packing and biting her.
I know what you're trying to do, Red Bill, but I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the curse book, just make sure to make that bastard pay.
Hey, Furball. How quickly do you think you can decipher that radio tool? I need you to figure out exactly how your relic works. Aye, isn't that one feed squealing in fear, but that ain't enough. What you told me, we'll need to aim for sort of that obliteration. We're gonna take on the Shadow Queen. The rest of you, put everything you've got into what you do best, either the research or blade work. Over doing it just right. You get my meaning. Decorate my walls with voice and heads if I have to. The skies should belong to no one.
The null stone hath fallen into mortal hands.
1,000 apologies, Lord Diablos. I shall personally bring each and every one of their scrawny necks.
The time for skulking in shadows hath ended. I am grown weary of these meddling men. The power of the Shadow Queen waxeth hope. Soon my ardent desire shall pass from dream into dark reality.
As I suspected, this tome was penned by a Mhach sorcerer of superior standing, as well as detailing the methods by which the full power of the Millstone might be unleashed. Its pages also contain a number of revelations concerning my master, High Void Mage Cessair. These histories are to be trusted, since that Cessair herself was responsible for summoning Diablos. But I thought you said your master was opposed to soundboarding or whatever. Why would she be the one to call up that bat-winged monster? Cessair only agreed to the ritual as a means to bring the conflict to an early resolution. From what I can glean from these passages, Diablos was intended as a bluff, a threat that was never to be exercised. But those arrogant imbeciles ignored my master's carefully laid restrictions and elected to unleash the fiend upon Andapor. It was when Cessair moved to protest this act, she was branded a traitor and imprisoned. Once they had contained the opposition, the Void Mages studied all manner of otherworldly arts at the talent feet of their new pet. The most dangerous of which was the rite for summoning Scath, and the method for chaining her power. Yet even after all they had perpetrated, these ambitious fools had the gall to come crawling to Cessair when the coming of the Great Floods was predicted. They begged her to take control of the Void Ark for salvation of the Mhach people. As you saw for yourself, however, the energies of the Shadow Queen broke loose and turned the vessel into a derelict nest of voidsent. It seems obvious now that the arts taught by Diablos were deliberately flawed. The only saving grace in all this madness was when that damnable fiend was sealed away by the White Mag's Andapor. I shudder to think what would have happened had he been reunited with his queen.
So now, 1500 years later, Diablos is looking to finish this art. I thought the fat-faced bastard was just some opportunistic underling, but it turns out he's the main villain behind this whole mess.
Were Cessair alive today, she would accept responsibility for unleashing Diablos upon the world. As the High Void Mage is familiar, it is my duty to act in her stead. I have deciphered the secrets of the Millstone. With its undiluted power, shall I erase Diablos from existence.
I like your spirit, Puss. Try not to rush too quickly, eh? Getting yourself killed won't do us or your mascot any good.
Wait. No one's rushing in anywhere just yet. Have you forgotten that we're still in the middle of scouting out the Queen's lair? We've got the compass to go by eye, but who knows what kind of place it'll lead us to, or how many demons will be lying in wait when we get there. We fly in with our eyes open, or risk getting slaughtered just like the Talons. Oh yes, speaking of which, the tome made mention of a potential location for... Leopard! Behind. It's behind you. Ah, curse you, fiend!
At last. At long last.
This is far from over, demon. We'll not allow an abomination like the Shadow Queen to rule this world.
Then thou knowest not of good. It is might which decides dominion. Believe what thou mayst, friend. Your playthings, your screams of denial shall amuse you. To send this rock and all upon it shudder down.
Gods, is it Relia? Where's she been hiding that ship?
I would not tie my arm with stones and lies. For no stone is mine, and there is yet much to be done.
Do not relax your guard yet, Kahori. The air is still heavy with this foul presence. Already taking care of the fiend, have you? You didn't even need that dusty old relic to do it. Be careful, Captain. Diablos lurks in the shadows.
Finally, I have claimed the Shadow Queen's power for my own, yet still am I harried by noisome weirdos. I must needs quit this realm in time. When I have grown accustomed to my newfound might, there shall be a reckoning for your insolence.
This ain't time for an nap and furball, you still got a job to do.
is unfinished. In Caesar's name, I unmake thee, Diablos. My master's will be done. I should have known we were wasting our breath. The captain only heeds the siren in his heart. Damn the consequences. I told you you'd be lost without me, didn't I? Well, look at you, puss. Getting knocked out calling you a moment ago. You would like to get another chance on your master's memory. You almost missed it. But I suppose you pulled it at the last. Aye, we'll give you that much. Well, that was some adventure, Kahori. Our journey into the unknown is over. What of the new? The skies put up some new mystery. I can bet that I'm coming to find you. The rule? There ain't nobody else who handles the unexpected quite like you do. I adventurer and the header to danger. Thoroughly in this life, there's no greater.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
And that concludes the Shadow of Mhach with Kahori Harukawa. Cutscenes from the HEAVENSWARD Alliance raids on twitch.tv/homohomo2093. This was simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. If you like what you see on this channel, please be sure to hit the heart button on Twitch, the subscribe button on YouTube, and the like button on Facebook. On behalf of everyone at the Okami Roho Free Company of Coeurl, the Crystal Data Center, and everyone across Final Fantasy XIV, my name is Mango Boy Pongatoy, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you very much for watching. May you ever walk the light, darkness of the crystal. It's bye for now.